Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's Javier. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. We're going to get started momentarily. I'm just going to be letting a few of these good people in so we can make sure we all get started from the top. And it's not going to be super quick, but I'm not going to take a long time either. I just want to make sure we cover everything that needs to be covered because there's a couple of updates I really want to give you. So let me just let some of these good people in. Oh, they're coming in. Let's see. It's the top of the hour. It's right at the top of the hour. So let me just let them in, please. So we'll give it a second. All right, just a few more people. Don't worry about any background noise. We're going to meet everybody in just 1 second. All right, so let's see. I think we're good to go. Let's just go ahead and get started. I don't want to keep you guys longer than we have to. Oh, there we go. Just a few more people and we're going to get started. All right, here we go, guys. Well, first of all, a very, very good morning to everybody. Obviously, this is Javier, and I'm very excited to be with you here this morning to share with you a couple of news and updates in regards to different fronts within our specialized markets campaign that play a direct role as it relates to our collective success. And that's what this is all about. Anything and everything that I do always revolves around how does this impact the team? And one of the most important questions that I'm always asking myself is how can we fuel the success that our team has been experiencing? We're having one of our best months ever as far as production, but the flip side to that coin is also something that some of you already know very well because you've been with us for many years, while some of you do not know, and that is that the end of the school year is coming. And as you know, the end of the school year, as far as production is concerned, is not necessarily when the class bell rings for the last time before the summer break, but rather before that. There's some psychological elements involved that what makes the the most profitable. And this year's going to be different. I think that the spring, after all the numbers are calculated, is going to end up being more productive and more profitable than the fall, which almost never happens. Our most productive and profitable season is back to school season for the same reason. We have some tailwinds there from people getting back ready to work. Where's my retirement? How can I do? What can I do to max it out? And there's a lot of things that help us. Usually at the end of the year, it's the opposite, where we've got a lot of stuff that sometimes doesn't hurt us per se, but it certainly doesn't help. When people are already thinking, well, I'm not going to, you know, start a savings right before I go on summer break or whatever it could be. There's a lot of uncertainty in the air, which on a side note, I was talking to a few of you how the uncertainty that some people were so concerned about is turning out to help people. Because no matter what happens to the district or any district or California, the Department of Education, when you ask a teacher, well, let me ask you a question with everything that you're telling me, would you still want to retire with dignity and on your terms someday? And the answer continues to, of course, be yes. And wherever there's a uncertainty lies opportunity. And that's why it's so important for you to not to fall into that pit that a lot of the people that don't understand marketing and don't understand human nature fall into. And so it's a good thing, a very good thing for us. And if you don't believe me, I dare you to prove me wrong because I'll prove you right by showing you the app count. We're, I think, 167 for the month, which is not bad at all, considering that we are rolling right into April. So, before I get started, on a personal note, I do want to thank George Munoz for helping me out with a couple of tasks while I was a little bit out of the loop. But especially, I want to thank Mr. Rick Stafford for covering some of the webinars that I could not make. For those that don't know, I've been out of the loop for a couple of weeks now, even though I've been about 80% there with my laptop. That's one of the beauties of our business. As long as you have a laptop, you can be as productive as
Oh,
be.
happy spring break Monday. How are you?
All right,
Oh, I'm doing excellent.
don't worry about that. We'll just take care of that from my end. But like I was saying, I've been on the loop for a couple of weeks. Not completely. I've been about 80% there. Everything has been moving along. A lot of issues that always arise have been being addressed and were addressed. But for last couple of weeks, I've been on the loop because we had to kind of relive my brother's situation. As you guys know, he passed away. We had a service here, but then he was actually transferred, as they call it, repatriated from here to Mexico. So what I had to do, I had to go and accompany his body and then do it all over again, the church, the ceremony, this, that. And we finally put him in the ground last Thursday. He's in the ground. He's resting in peace. And so it's a wrap, as they say. And so again, I'm at 100%, even though even though for the most part everything has been handled. If there's any issue pending with you, it's on you to get reach out to me today via text, call, however you want to. My recommendation: avoid email. Call me or text me to make sure that everybody's up to speed. And part of the whole reasons that we do have layers of leadership is to make sure everybody gets taken care of. So thank you to everybody for your understanding, your prayers. Let's move forward. And again, one of the things I love about this business is that there are times where we need to disengage to a certain degree. And for me, I'll be the first to tell you that when it's family, I'll disengage all the way if I have to. I just don't care. But because of the nature of our business and technology and everything, I presented multiple roll calls last week before I left. And I want to congratulate Mr. Manny Montion for submitting a bunch of business already from the police side of the house. That's coming to an end, as you guys know. We've got the Baker to Vegas race next week. I do want to also mention that there's a rare opportunity. We have what's called the Chiefs Mixer. And what the Chiefs Mixer is at the event in Vegas, the Baker to Vegas race, there's an event that it's a cocktail party. You don't have to pay for it because it's part of the $6,000 we paid to be sponsors. And you get to basically sit there and drink, I guess you could call it, with all the chiefs of most of the police departments in Southern California that are going to be going to the Baker to Vegas race to support their departments and their teams. And I'm not going to be going this year. And so if anybody here is interested and you either presented, opened, or participated in the Baker to Vegas race, and you want to go do that, for me, it would be worth it if you know how to work a room to do nothing more than just simply collect names and phone numbers of chiefs, come back, and then work it. It would be at your expense. We don't cover it. I mean, there's no way, that we're going to cover the expenses of that. But if you want to, the tickets are not for sale. They just give them to sponsors, silver sponsors and above, which we are. And so, like I said, I've been to them before. If you know how to work a room, meaning, hi, my name is, Javier Rodriguez. I'm with National Life Group. I'm one of the sponsors here. Great. Well, what we would like to do is see if you're interested in doing fundraising for your team or your department throughout the year. And that's a great way to do that. Anyways, if you're interested in something like that, text me. Doesn't mean you're getting them, but we're going to definitely prioritize. And we're not going to take you from zero to hero. We're looking for people that are actually actively working it. And then we'll see how it goes. I mean, nothing's promised because I have no clue what the hell you're going to say, even though I'll coach you. But if you are, do me a humongous favor and send me a quick text message. And if you get selected, I'll let you know. Everybody here has my cell phone. So let's go ahead and get started with the formal part of this because we do have a lot of different things to share with you. March 31st. I want to wish my wife a happy birthday. It was Marcella's birthday yesterday, and we got a chance to just have the grandkids over, the kids, and so on. And it was a good thing. Denny's asking me about the date. All right, that's a fair question. What I'm going to do is bring this up to see if I have the last one here. If not, I'm going to have to get back to you. Let me just pull this up. And here is the formal announcement that I got. And so I'm assuming and I'm hoping you can see my screen, which you can. Let's see. Sunday, April. And there it is. LA Police Robert Helicopter Mixer following the conclusion of the Baker to Vegas relay. It will be held on Sunday, April 6th at the Rio All Suite Hotel at 3 p.m. And so, they're doing it because usually they send out these things that look like wedding invitations, but I guess this is the electronic invitation version of it right here. And this is for the VIP reception that they call it. Business casual, no shorts, stuff like that. I just want you to be, especially if we're going to represent NLG or us, FFS, to do that. So hopefully that answers your question, Tenny. At 3 p.m. Sunday. Actually, I think it's next Sunday, April the 6th. All right, cool. So here we go. I'll listen to you with this. I want to congratulate Victoria Lee. Some of you know her. She's obviously part of FFS, and she did something pretty incredible this past Friday. During Friday's payday, in one single day, she earned her 37th, 38th, and 39th diamond in one single day, which is not too bad. That means that she's nearing the $4 million rolling cash flow every 12 months. That's pretty impressive. So I want to congratulate her on a job well done. And most importantly, because I really want to validate to you that this is as big and can be as big as you want to make it. And I was just speaking to Marcella and a few other people that I was telling them, if I had to tell you about the secrets that I've learned in business and in life, probably one of my top three. I'm going to share two of them with you here today. One of my top three is the following. In FFS, in life, in business as a whole, you don't need to make all the money in the world to live life on your terms or your ideal life per se. You just need to make enough. And what I told Marcella, like I told the other people that were asking me, is that many people actually hit that number. They just don't even know it. They even surpass it, and before they know it, the ride is over and they never enjoyed it. I'm not saying that about Victoria, I'm saying about in life. The moral of the story is you can live your life on your terms. Maybe it's one, maybe it's three, maybe it's five diamonds. But you got to know what that number is so that we have a nice, solid target to go after. You guys all know my number. My number is look, I'm not greedy. I don't want to give up a lot of my freedom, but as long as I'm getting my $10,000 a week, me personally, and like Marcella was saying earlier, she wouldn't change it for the world, for the flexibility, for the security, for being debt free, for being able to do what you want to. So now I got to up that number because I've been at that number for a while, to be honest with you. It's just that I lost certain streams of income. Otherwise, it would be a lot bigger, but they're all going to come back. And when they do, the number's going to go up as well. But you have to have that number. You have what is your magic number on a monthly basis consistently so that you can say, damn, I made it. I mean, I can definitely enjoy, I can give more, I can do more, I can share more. And that's what I want to, thank Victoria for proving that, hey, if you want to go after three diamonds, five diamonds, 100, you do it. She's at 39 diamonds. Alina is right behind her. And I think that when Lena sees this, what she already did, she's going to do everything she has to do to go right after that. We do have a very close match as it relates to the production contest for the month of March. I want to clarify a few things that people have been asking me as well. First of all, the app count is pulled directly from the FFS scoreboard. So it's critical that if there's an error for any reason there, you need to take it up with FFS corporate ASAP, like right now, because of the fact that they're the ones that control it. I don't control that. We don't go off anything off. That doesn't mean that it's not true. It just simply means that we go off that one. So please, please go ahead and make sure that if there's a discrepancy, you get with FFS and FFS will get with me. And if I hear from FFS, then it's a little different. But I want to congratulate Mr. Reggie Foster for being 16.5 personal apps for the month of March. Jamie Dominguez has come out of nowhere. She's brand new and she's at 14.3. Reggie Queen, 12.95. Sergio Solis at 10.9. Ian and Monica Gonzalez, Ian Sollenberger and Monica Gonzalez at 10.5 each. Victor Maklev at 6.10. And then Mike Ward and Gabe Lozano are tied for 5.75. But if you look at the top three, top four, it can change overnight. And it has to change overnight if it's going to change because today is the last day of the contest. And tomorrow the scoreboard is updated. And we're going to call it a wrap. It's been just an amazing, amazing race. Now, question for you guys, and this is very important. I'm going to ask you to please unmute yourself. Ideally, unmute yourself because it's just simply that much more efficient. So, question for you: what would be better if we had, let's just say, in the month of April, obviously a 30-day, whatever days in April, a month-long contest for like a Apple iPad, let's say, personal production only. Or let's just say we had one in April, one in May. Or would it be better, more exciting, if we had, let's just call it a 2 month? Because this is not corporate. FFS does not sponsor any of this stuff, just so you know. Nothing is sponsored by FFS or any of the carriers, just so you know. The question is this: do we do a technology grand prize for March? I'm sorry, for April, then another one for May? Or do we do a 2 month long contest, continuous, all of April, all of May, for something like 4 days, 3 nights in Cabo, let's say? You know, well, I don't know what's better.
Shoot. Javier, it's Monica.
Yeah.
How about some Dodger tickets? Some some
Or
couple
what we
tickets.
could do, and that's what I'm asking you. So now it would be, let's just say 4 days, 3 nights in Cabo, or you could just choose $1,000 cash prize. You know what I mean? And then apply the 1,000, and that can get you about 3 beers and 2 hot dogs at Dodger Stadium because that's about all you're going to get out of the damn place. But we can do something like that. I mean, what are your thoughts, guys? Please, anybody.
Cash. we,
So,
we already have technology,
Cash
okay.
rules.
equipment.
So to cash, to do like $1,000 grand prize, let's just say,
Hmm.
Something like that.
or
How
$1,000.
about a first and second prize?
Oh, I'm asking you guys. I don't know. I don't know. So
I'm throwing it.
give me a full answer then. What do you guys think?
I
A
think,
trip would be great because you can always make cash, but
yeah.
win a trip, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
Jewelry.
Yeah, I agree.
This
I mean,
Like,
just telling you,
and
just so if we do Cabo, just so you guys know, first of all, as you guys know, we have an interest in Cabo and we love going. We haven't been there in a while, but it would be at an all-inclusive resort. So you literally, the moment you land until the moment you leave, you will not spend a penny on food, drink, and these are very nice places.
I like that
I
idea.
do.
That's
I prefer
nice.
that.
how about an annual pass for Disney?
I mean, I'm asking you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So right now, so far, all inclusive Cabo sounds pretty good for a 2 month contest. Um,
Yes.
um, I'm telling you because it's an incredible experience because this is the time to be there. It gets pretty chilly during the winter. We're in full spring, so it won't be till the summer or fall where you choose the time. We'll give you the opportunity to go when you can, obviously, but it'll be once you book it, it can't be changed. So if you literally and not making it your prize will be that digital boarding pass as your memento because there won't be another option out of that. So Cabo, Cabo, Cabo. Okay, Cabo.
Yeah, Cabo.
All right. And 60 days is fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yep. End of the school year campaign.
Yeah, we'll just Google it like that because again, like I was saying, we want to make sure that everybody understands that it's coming to an end, even though we do have police and other stuff that we're working on. For the most part, and for most people, it's going to be time to retool, train, and all that stuff. And remember, the LAUSD summer break is short. That's the only thing that I want to emphasize as well. So it's not going to be out of business or something. That's when we do most of our follow-ups. We follow up on our leads that never answered. They ghosted us, and so last year was our only and first and only time we've ever worked the entire summer. We never took a break, so it could be as busy as you want to be. So all right, we'll call it the Cabo end of the school year contest. It'll be personal production. It'll be based off the corporate pipeline. And so we want to make sure that everybody understands the ground rules. And then there'll be a few more rules, of course, to make it fair for everybody, if you would. And we'll just call it that. And then, it'll be Cabo, all inclusive. Everything is going to be paid, airfare, transfers, and resort. And I'm telling you, it is one hell of a place because we love going there. All right, let's go on to the next one. First of all, congratulations to everybody here. Again, addressing the issues with corporate and if you talk to corporate and say, hey, I show 12.95 or I show 14.3 when it should be 15.3. They look into it. Oh, we found it. Cool. Do me a favor. Send an email to Javier letting him know that you found a missing one and I should receive more credit.
Hello, Javier. Just a question. What if there's a tie?
The way we usually do it is we just flip a coin or we give, depending on the prizes, of course. What ended up happening last month's cash prize, it was a two-way tie, and the two people that won it agreed to split it half and half, and they both walked away with half of the prize money. So again, we'll give the choice to the people. I won't dictate a thing. I just want to make sure that it's fair and that nobody's, gaming the system, and that's my only concern. And nobody's ever done that. I'm not worried about that. But that is my number one job. Other than that, it's up to you guys. What prize? It's up to you. You just all agreed Cabo. Perfect. You don't want to go to Cabo. You can't go to Cabo. Then take $1,000 in cash and go wherever you want to go or do whatever you want to do. And I think that's a very fair way. So we'll give even that the winner can go to Cabo. Maybe they want to go to Dodger Stadium and blow the $1,000 in one game. So be it. You earned it. You can do whatever you want to do with it. So, all right, we're going to keep moving. I want to remind everybody that today is a good day to follow up with teachers because there's no school. Today is Cesar Chavez Day, and all LAUSD schools are closed. So don't go open up schools today. Don't go, try to do anything in schools because they're going to be closed. So make sure that you go ahead and do that. Follow up. I want to send a link. Now, first of all, I sent everybody an email with the replay of our Anico Exits the Life Insurance Business webinar. Understand that this is very important because if you viewed the video, either the replay or the announcement, which is what I'm showing you on the screen right now, you've realized that Anico has chosen they do not want to continue in the life insurance business. This is especially important because we have people here that for whatever reason cannot or choose not to bring over their or get appointed with NLG. And if I go into a school and we are doing all Anico because you're not with NLG, we can still do that because the deadline, who knows the deadline of when Anico is going to not take applications? Anybody?
I think it's May 29.
All right. Well, somebody.
May 31st, Javier.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Chet. Yeah, it's May 31st. So that's your job. Because if May 31st rolls around and you're working with somebody that we're submitting Anico because you can't be with NLG and you haven't gone to, let's just say, Columbus Life, then you're done. You can't get paid legally. And there's nothing going to be adjusted off the books for you because that was your fault. So your
Maybe.
job is to get together with whoever you happen to be splitting with and say, hey, I need to go to Columbus. Are you okay with Columbus? Sure, I'm already appointed with Columbus. Well, you get appointed with Columbus in the meantime, and we're in business. Because one thing we don't do is we don't turn back the hands of time because somebody just never got around to something. That we don't do that. I'm not going to play that game because we have plenty of time for everybody that needs to do it to do it. And so that's why I'm telling you to please start getting appointed with whatever other carriers, but make sure that whoever you get appointed with, the person you're splitting cases with is also appointed with. My recommendation, consider Columbus. That's all I'm saying. You can go wherever you want to. Go ahead. Check.
Yeah, the last day that the policies have to be enforced by July 31st. And yes, Columbus is now our best impaired client carrier. If your client has a medical history that we know that National Life Group won't approve, or if they've got a DUI within 5 years that National Life Group won't do, or if they have some history of substance abuse that National Life won't do, let's go straight to Columbus. I would suggest not even running. I mean, they're going to be our best carrier for that now.
Perfect.
So.
And along those lines, I wanted to share something. I don't know if George Munoz is on. Maybe he's running late. I don't know. But anyway, George is always running late, so we'll give him a few minutes. But one thing that George was just telling me, he took, I don't want to say the wrong number, but I want to say he took 5 cases that NLG declined and took all 5 cases to Columbus. And not only did Columbus approve them, but Columbus didn't even rate them, literally, as applied for.
I would like to say, this is Sarah Jensen here. I only do my IULs through Columbus Life. I'm a big fan of them. I have about 11.
Why? Thank you, Sarah. Why?
Because they approve everyone. And so really it's as simple as that. Also their payouts are for their ABRs are in lump sums instead of like how National Life Group does monthly payouts for like chronic illness. It's in lump sums, but it's higher. The amounts are higher. And they also often get preferred plus ratings as well. So Columbus Life all the way. Absolutely.
Perfect. And I'm telling you, this is why we have these webinars, not for you to look at my handsome face all day, but for us to listen to people that are in the trenches. And Sarah is in the trenches. And so I thank her for doing that because, again, I want everybody to chime in and be able to share your experience, good, bad, and ugly, because nothing, when somebody says, well, I didn't know, that's your fault, not my fault that you didn't plug in, because we've got people like Sarah who are top producers sharing with you what works and what doesn't. And I thank you for that. Anything else you want to throw in there, Sarah, about anything at all?
No, that's it. I mean, I just do all my annuity business through National Life Group and all my life business through Columbus Life.
Perfect. And the one thing I will tell you that we have.
Quick question. Yeah, quick question. Hey, Sarah, this is Gabe. Does Columbus always require blood and urine?
No. It's only so they automatically always run pharmacy and motor vehicle record. And if the pharmacy comes back with something that they're like, I don't know, let's do an exam. And it's always just like the base paramed exam. But I've never had anyone declined or ratings reduced because of an exam. They just always run it like as a standard protocol if they see something in the pharmacy records.
Javier, can I also chip in?
Please, sir.
A couple of other things. I have a I've a good working relationship with the underwriters at Columbus Life, or the ones that manage our group. And also, sometimes we can when there is a case that comes out rated, we can have that case table shaved. a couple, like if they come back table C, we can sometimes get that issued. Sometimes it's high as standard, sometimes table A. And one other thing I really like about them, if it's not a policy they can write or approve, they will automatically send it out for reinsurance. Well, they'll ask, but most of the time they will send it out for reinsurance. Sometimes they will ask the agent if they want it to go out for reinsurance. So a National Life Group, you have to request that. So anyhow, I thought I would
Perfect,
put that
perfect.
in for them as well.
Thank you. And also, one of the things I want to let everybody know that we are not going to just simply take the summer off and go sip on pina coladas all summer. Our goal is to have live workshops with National Life. They're coming back into town for the 403B new training model that they put together. Columbus Life. We're going to have them come out here in person as well, and we're going to have a lot of good training going on to make sure that my stated goal, just so you know, is to make sure that we make this coming fall our most productive. We did it this. I told you last summer that we were going to make this season, this year, our best and most productive and profitable whenever, and we did it. I'm not here to brag or anything like that, but I want to make sure that you understand that we're not just blowing smoke. And so we did it. Look at the numbers. Look at the people making the money. Look at the clients receiving all the benefits that we have. We did it. You did it, I should say, to be more precise. And so I just want to make sure everybody understands that I'm not here blowing smoke. We are going to do it once again and again, dramatically increase the service to our clients, the value to our clients, and most importantly, increase everything that goes with it as well. So please don't think for a second that we are doing anything other than that. Okay, cool. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring it back over here. Let me just start sharing this with you guys because we have a few more things to go and we are done, but it's going to be very, very important. So bear with me. We're almost done. This one, this one, this one. All right, so let's continue about the announcement with Anico. So check out the video. Enough said. Now, having said that, we have a brand new group of people, about 4 of them to be more precise, that I have brought on board. And what I'm doing with them is I'm putting them through their paces as it relates to getting for both the end of the year, because there's a lot of business left. Just so you know, don't think for a second that the year is over and the production is done. We're going to get into the fun part. And so please understand that I'm bringing in new people, and my commitment to them is to help them make money like I've done for so many others. But I need them to be of the right mindset and I need them to be trained. So what I'm doing with them, this in getting them ready for their auditions to become closers this Tuesday, April the 17th at 7 p.m., which is tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a live webinar to get them ready to audition. This is the closer prep. What we're also going to release is the updated closer material that George has put together that is helping a lot of people simplify the closing and give them the right tools. So it's Tuesday, April 1st, which is tomorrow at 7 p.m. If you're interested in that, now, even if you're a closer, my recommendation would be to consider it just so you can get your hands on some of this new material. I'm not going to be blast texting the entire hierarchy or the entire team. I just don't do that for stuff like this. If anybody wants to get their hands on this stuff, do this. Closers, prep. It's what I'm putting into the comment, prep webinar. And so what this simply means is that you just register for this, and then you're going to get 2 things. You're going to get an email with the material, and you're also going to get the reminder yourself. But it's, oh, shoot, I only sent it to one person. Hold on. Let me just send it to everyone there. Let's see. I don't know how the hell that happened. Hold on. And so this is, if you go to your chat, closer prep webinar. So that's just registration, and that will get you the stuff, the material, things like that. But we're also going to, so that's for those that want to do the webinar. So first of all, if you're coming on Thursday, which I gave you when the date's going to be to audition, you need to be on this on Tuesday. If you don't show up on Tuesday, you're not going to audition. It's just that simple. We're not wasting our time. We're not going to waste our time with people that are clearly not ready, because we're not going to bring you up from zero to hero on the spot. Having said that, here on Thursday, as you can see on the screen, we are going to have the actual auditions to become a closer. Now, most of you are already certified closers. It's not for you. It's not for you at all. Now, if you want to go there to watch people audition, that's kind of creepy. But yeah, whatever. You can go do that if you want to. But if you're already a closer, it's not really for you unless you want to. If you're not a closer and you want to audition to become a closer, this is your link. And so this is the live in person, which is again in Culver City at from 9 a.m. to I believe 12, something like that. We have 30 minutes, so we can't screw around for too long. So I'm going to do is send up this link. Now, this is only for those that are going to attend to audition. And so this is going to be, and it's you'll see it in the chat. Live auditions in Culver City on Thursday. Now, technically, it should be only 4 people, but if anybody wants to go for it, go for it. And so I'm going to reach out to these good people and let them know what time slot they're going to have. I know Adriana has hers at 10, so we have a few more slots available. And you're not, even if you don't pass the audition, you're not going to leave until you're ready to pass. I'm blocking off the entire thing for this. And so again, there you go. Those are the 2 links that are very important. But again, if you already passed, it's not for you. But I would recommend at least the Thursday one. I'm sorry, the Tuesday one, which is the prep, which is tomorrow night at 7, just to sometimes know what you don't know, or at least to get your hands on the tools that you're going to need to actually pass. So, anyways, enough of that. Here's another thing. We are down to the wire with Baker Vegas. We do have one remaining police department, which is the Fontana School PD. They're a very small department. They probably have 12 officers in their morning roll calls. They don't have various shifts like all the other regular city police. They wanted to be part of our $300 donation. I told them that they were crazy. They just don't have enough officers to warrant what we usually do, not 500, not 300. So what I told them that I was going to ask around to see if somebody would be interested in doing conducting a roll call presentation for them, but that the most we could donate or the amount we would donate would be $100. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to do it. I want nothing to do with it. So if somebody here has already conducted police roll call, or you have a presenter, not me, but you have a presenter that you're going to be splitting potential cases with, let me know. This is with the Fontana School Police Department. We presented there a couple of times. Again, it's a small department, but if you want to go there, it's $100 you would donate directly to them. They will let you talk to their officers, and then it's all about how good of a presenter you are. How good of I mean, it's easy. The math is easy. You close one deal, you 5 times, 10 times your money, of course. But if you don't know what you're doing, then yeah, it might not go as well. So if anybody is interested in this, text me on my personal cell phone. Let me know that hey, I'm interested in the Fontana roll call. It would have to be this week because next week, as you know, it's already the Baker to Vegas race. So let me know if anybody is interested in it. It would be a great way for you to practice and get ready for. Now, what we are doing is we're also going to be running a summer campaign, which I'll talk about later on, which is what we did last year. We kept some of our people busy with the police departments, and the police departments are a lot of work. We are trying our best to work through the police department leads from the San Bernardino Police Department, and we've only done 3 roll calls, and we have 6 more roll calls to go through. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It sounds fun. It sounds cool and everything, but we still have like 13 or I think 13, 14 that we haven't even contacted yet. It's a lot of work, and it'll keep you busy throughout the summer. So it's a good skill to have and perfect. I want to congratulate everybody that's going to be busy this week. It's a light week. We have Wonderland. Lola is the one that opened it up. Gabe Lozano, Alessandro, and Stoner Elementary with Jonathan, who did a great job last week. What I ask everybody to do is to please, once you are done with your presentation, have somebody take pictures. And I've emphasized the importance of pictures because that's what's going to help you, more than anything, show the world and the people that eventually you're going to build a team with that you do what you're telling them they're going to be able to do, which is present. So take pictures and then send me a text saying, hey, here's a picture or two from Wonderland Avenue Elementary. We had 30 teachers. We had 21 appointments, which is around a 78% ratio. That's very good. That's all I ask you to do. It's not mandatory. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but I would recommend that you do that because I promise you it's going to only help you when I start to help you build the team, which one day you are going to be able to do as well. Now, the calendar for April looks like this. There's a lot of room with a lot of emphasis on the word, a lot of room for improvement. And so my recommendation, not today because they're closed, but start hitting up your schools because come the summer, we're going to revamp our school assignment all over again. And what we're going to have is we're going to have monthly online update forms because we want to move the schools around more often, especially for those that are not working out for you. And so what that simply means is that what we're going to do is we're going to simply say, hey, look, listen, fill out this form once a month to see what's going on with ABC Elementary. Because if you're not working in, let somebody else work it. If they don't like you, let's let somebody else work it. And we'll give you new schools. We ended up with 632 unassigned schools this year. 600 in 32 schools. So as you can see, me bringing 4 people on board is not going to even make a dent in the opportunity. But my goal is going to be to bring 24 brand new licensed people over the summer. I already have the online campaign. I reserved the offices that we're going to need to make that happen. And so it's going to be a big change for a lot of people. And I want to make sure that nobody gets butthurt or something like that when they say, hey, what's going on? Well, listen, either do your part because we want to give you first dibs. Like we are giving you first dibs right now. But we had this conversation at the beginning of the spring, the winter, if you guys remember that. And I told you, here we are, spring. And I told you, if you can't or won't or are unable to work a school, let somebody else do it. And we'll give you another school for you to work. The problem is when we're not that they're saying no, but we're just not working in the schools. And that's just something we're never going to stop improving upon. So don't take anything personal. We just want to make sure that we give everybody a fair chance to do everything. And then lastly, what I want to do is I want to share this with you. And I want to share this with you, which ties into what I'm talking about. Before I bring this here on board, which I'm going to click play, it's only like 30 seconds. I want to ask if Chet has anything else to share with us before I bring the video on, because we're going to be done soon after that. Chet, anything you want to share with us, sir? I think you're muted. Let's see. Uh, Chet, you're muted. It shows you muted.
Sorry about that. My big thing today, my big topic today was going to be American National. Pretty much we addressed it. The only other tidbit is the North American Suitability Meeting is going to be at some point in April. Cavell is still working on setting that up. That's really it. I appreciate the chance to put in my 2 cents worth on Anaco and Columbus Life. Sarah Jensen has the right idea. Hopefully, and we're number 1 with Columbus Life anyway at FFS, so we can get a few more things done than
Is that in the bathroom? Like a bedroom? Okay. All right. Thank you. Anybody else from anything? I know George just just joined us right now. George, are you there? I thought I saw him.
Hey, can you hear me?
There you go, George. How are you?
No, just yeah, like you said, the home stretch. One of the reason, just wanted to share this with you. The reason I was late today is I was filling out a retirement package from CalSTRS for one of my clients on there. We're going to be rolling out of the supplemental about 70 grand, and I got 5 more scheduled in the next week and a half where we're going to be doing that. So the reason I share that with you, if you got a client that's getting ready to retire this year, next year, offer them that you will help them fill out the CalSTRS paperwork and help them do the rollover. I don't like to estimate, but this is going to, we're going to get paid on this probably in July on this, but it's going to be a nice chunk of change that we're going to be helping out some clients, just providing for the service, just with the rollover itself. So, and we could talk about training on this, Javier, at a later date, but it's just really easy to do that, and it's very beneficial on that. If you don't offer this as an additional service, guys, you're leaving money on the table.
Along those lines, one thing that you should always mention during your this is especially for presenters, of course, that you're making because remember, right now is the season for teachers to start to leave the industry when it's their turn to retire. They want to symbolically leave at the end of the school year. They want to see their kids off and so on. So you will see them right now in the classrooms. And so if you're not at the end of your presentation saying, and by the way, we want to help you transition from your working years to your retirement years and make it as easy as possible for you. And we do that. We specialize in that. And so if anybody here is considering or knows you're going to be retiring, let us help you walk down the maze of retirement. And especially when it comes to the paperwork, we do it at no cost to you. I guarantee you there will be people in there that A, take your information, or B, put so in the card. And that's how you find out what George is talking about. Every single roll call that I go to, and when I tell them one of my specialties is in helping officers transition from their working years to their retirement years, blah, blah, blah. I'm literally, hold on. I'm not going to show you this because it has the officer's name. These are two scenarios that the let me just see if I can cover this and cover his name. I'm not going to do it. Two scenarios that this officer, and the choice for the officer that I'm going to go see today is, now, sir, did you decide you're going to go with the chocolate or vanilla? Is it going to be the chocolate or not? Does he want ice cream? Chocolate or vanilla? It's just a matter of the rider, or are you going to go with the one without the rider? And blah, blah, blah. But either way, no matter which one he chooses, they're both the same amount because it's the amount that he's retiring next month, as a matter of fact. And both of them are 500 and something thousand. His deferred comp money has to come out. And just like that, that is your summer. By just helping teachers, police officers do what they already want to do, but just to maximize what they already have. He is, I can't say the word, pooping bricks, if you would, with all this uncertainty in the stock market because his money dropped. And I told him one of the most important things we're going to do for you is take you from uncertainty to certainty, uncertain income to guaranteed income, risk to no risk. Hold on. And that's what you need to be doing. That's what you have to be doing with your clients. And so if you're a presenter, that's part of the workshops that we're going to have throughout the summer on how to give a winning presentation. In a winning presentation, ultimately, what is the common denominator of a winning presentation? One word you're going to have to master, and that is compel. Did you compel people? Did you make people feel so stupid that how am I going to let this guy walk out of here where he's offering me something for free that I really need to be done for me? And then they raise their hand to fill out the appointment card. And like this one right here, literally. And I have one more for 460,000 that I got one more for 460,000 from another police department. That's almost $1 million right there. Literally $1 million right there. Just by adding one silly little line to a presentation I was going to give anyways. And so if you are presenting this week or for the remainder of this school season, please do yourself a favor, and most importantly, do your clients a favor and just add what I mentioned right now. Let me just look at this because I just got somebody. Okay. Anyways, I don't know what's that coming through. Here's what I want to wrap it up. First of all, anybody, I know Sergio, congratulations on the excellent job that not just you, but most importantly, your team that you're leading is doing. Anything you want to add, Sergio, on your part?
Yeah, thank you, Javier. I actually am very proud of our team. We did north of 40 apps. You know, we took 43% of the total apps that we have for this month. I'm very proud of us working. And you know, I think I've met you since I met you. I told you the commitment. You know, I'm here for the big number. I'll be hitting my 100,000 here in the next couple of months, and I'm very excited about that. My team getting them to the 50,000 each is also very exciting. So I appreciate what I do. I appreciate what my team does. I'm nothing without them, and I sincerely appreciate all the work and the effort, the commitment they have. And Lola, I can't even express the gratitude that I have with Lola of how much she enables us and helps us be where we're at. And I swear that we will not be able to do this without her. But that's what unity is. My team is all about unity, success, commitment, and results. Thank you, bro.
Perfect. Thank you. Very well said. And I can say that I agree with you 100% because I do in every single thing that you are referring to. One last thing that I want to just show you a stated goal, if you would, of mine, so you understand where I'm coming from, why we work with the people, great people that we have, but also why some of the new people are coming on board. And I think you already have it here on the screen, and you should be able, if not, let me just fire this up real quick. Here you go. And this is the FFS dashboard, the new one. If you're not using the new one, you need to go to FFS ABO, which is FFS Agent Back Office, ffsabo.com, and it brings you. This is where I'm coming from. What my stated goal is for the coming season is to break. Right now, as of right now, we have a total client protection of life insurance in force of $1.786 billion. We need to change that. We need to make that an even two. So that's where I'm coming from, that when we come back for the fall, we cannot end the season with at least $2 billion in force. And that's where I'm coming from. 100 million in annuity. We have 7,767 in force policies, 57 million in total cash value from our clients, annualized premium of 17 millions with over 7,600 clients. But this is the big one right here. 1.786 has to turn to a 2. And that's where I'm coming from. And that's where I'm going to need your help to collectively be able to do that as well. We need to break the 2 billion. 2 billion is what, even 1.7 billion, it's like some companies measure production. This is just our own small, tiny little team. And so I just cannot tell you how proud I am of everybody that did their part. But here's the last part that I wanted to make sure the sound was on, because I want you to see this and what it represents. And that's it. I promise you that I'll shut up. And what this is right here, let me just make sure. Hold on. What this represents, I should say, is a 30-second YouTube video somebody forwarded me, and it's really interesting as to what it says. Some of you are going to get it. A lot of you are probably not going to get it. But I just want to show you, if you would, of what this guy...
Australian Aborigine.
Forget this one. It's the next clip. This is ending. Hold on.
I mean, interestingly enough, the Neanderthals look like humans to me. They just look like, like everybody has their own shape and size, but Neanderthals look pretty human to me.
Here it is, the most unfiltered. That's what I want you to hear. Here we go.
Neanderthals look pretty human to me.
The most unfiltered truth that runs through every single human being is this. Everything that you want, you don't really want. Because if you wanted it, you would already have it. And the reason why you have the things that you have in your life is because you couldn't live without it. And the reason why you are where you are at, and this goes for everybody, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, is because in the DNA that runs through your bloodstream, it is okay with you to be there. And let me take that back. So if I put your head on fire right now, time wouldn't matter, your mom calling you, nothing would matter besides putting that fire out. Even if your worst enemy was looking at you laughing, you would jump in a nasty puddle outside if you had to, because you're moving with that much urgency to put the fire out. So when it comes to your life, why haven't you put out those fires with the same amount of urgency? And I can tell you why, because deep down inside, it's okay with you to be there. And that's just an unfiltering raw truth for every single human. That goes from the human that doesn't have a pot to piss in all the way up to the billionaire that has it all. He could not live without himself not being there. Just truth.
Anyways, and so you probably wonder what the hell I'm talking about. And what this is, and what I hopefully emphasize to you, is the right thing. And that is that we always need to move with a sense of urgency. I can promise you that, Sergio just mentioned Lola. And part of what I've observed Lola, because she was off with a bang when she came here, is that she's always moving with a sense of urgency. She's always acting like the deadline's around the corner, because it is. It is. And she just hustles. And that's by definition what a hustler is. They're moving, moving, moving. And whereas most of us are sometimes kind of like, I can do it tomorrow. I got next week. You know what? I'll try that in April. I promise that on April 1st, I will definitely get off my butt. You know what? It didn't happen. I'll try in the fall, because the fall's around the corner anyways. It's short summer. And then before you know it, let me just start off with the clean year. Let's just make 2026 the year. And before you know it, 2026 ends up looking like 2025, which is something you didn't like. And so I don't care if you're, George. I don't care if you're Jamie, who just came on board. I don't care if you're Lola. The common denominators of people that are making things happen all the time is that they're on the move with a sense of urgency. And that's all I'm asking you to consider. Try it for a little while. Move with the sense of urgency. Everywhere I go, people see me with my laptop, because people will call me. And if it's somebody that's doing something that's important, then I'll drop what I'm doing. Now, this last couple of weeks was different. It's the death of my brother and all this other good stuff. And there was a lot of hiccups that I had to personally address. And so it was a little different. But outside of that, you will almost always catch me. As long as I have my laptop with me, I'm good to go, because I understand that when people need answers, they need answers, especially when it's not. There's a lot of people I ignore, because it's like, oh, here they go again. Let me guess, this is the week, huh? And before you know it, they don't do a damn thing. I know who's who in the zoo. I know who deserves your time, my time. I know who doesn't. And my goal is to, work with those that do. again, the last couple of weeks are a little different because of the death of my brother. I don't usually handle things like that, but it's just that it was so energy, focus because we did everything here in the US and then we had to do it all over again in Mexico and fly the body and the bureaucracy of bringing somebody that's already passed away. It's like incredible. But I'm back. Like I said, we got back Friday. We buried him Thursday. I came back on Friday. I'm up and running 100%. So if anybody has anything pending with me, please cut me up some slack. Send me a text right now. And I promise you, we'll take, like always, we will take care of it. I will take care of it. But I want to make sure that you also do your part and learn to move with that sense of urgency that very few people do. And those that do have a lot of fruit to show. And we want to make sure that you can join those ranks as well. Questions, comments, concerns from anybody? Please, before we wrap it up. Anybody? If not, again, I just want to say thank you for all that you do. And let's make this the most productive week in the history of our business by leveraging everything that was shared. And thank you to everybody that chimed in. It's because of you that we hold these webinars and because of you that these webinars are so well worth the time. Thank you so much, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.